it's Sunday morning. After church, benediction is said. Please keep it real with me. After church, don't worry, don't fret. After church, I think we found an outlet. After church, I'm gonna keep it real with you. P.Rod and Lady Reed. After church, after church, with P.Rod and Lady Reed.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
We're going to give y'all a couple of seconds to get some others in. Go ahead and share it. Go ahead and share it.
Please share.
We are excited to be able to come live after church. This is kind of spontaneous today, so we're just going to kind of hold tight for a minute till some of you come on. I hope you were blessed with the word today.
Oh, yes.
Oh, for those of you who don't know, I'm Pastor Rod. This is
Lady Reed.
Yeah, and this is after church. We typically record this podcast and have it available, but we decided to go live today. And so we're kind of giving you a little different flavor. It's going to be off the cuff. So we just kind of wait until some of you make it on.
But the word was awesome today. It was a right now word. It was right where we are. And I thank God for using Pastor Rod to
Don't y'all be tripping? Don't y'all trip?
Well, I'm talking to the audience, so I have to call him Pastor Rod.
When she be like, I thank God for Pastor Rod, like he's third person, like he ain't even here. I mean, it's just... it's okay to be Rod right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank God for Rod. It rhymes. So that works.
Yeah, thank God for Rod.
Yes.
Pastor Rod preached good today. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
But we was really, really excited to be able to share. Still a couple more of you. We're just kind of waiting a little bit. Throw something in the comments if you like. Speak to us at least so we know you there. We'll call your name as much as possible, but because we're live, we may not know what's going on.
Yes,
I'm actually looking down at my phone.
I can see it better.
I'm actually looking down at my phone for when you come on, so maybe I can kind of see what's happening. But thus far, I haven't seen you yet, so it is what it is.
It might be.
It's
on
a
Facebook.
slight delay on our stuff, but we are definitely live.
Might be on Facebook.
Huh? I'm sitting right here looking at Facebook, baby. I'm looking at the FW experience. As soon as it come on, it's gonna give me that little notification right there.
Okay.
And we good. See, we got a slight delay. That's something I wanted to tell you about, even with our services. The way it works with us is it's a slight delay because of the streaming services that we're using. There's a 2-minute service, 3-minute service, that minute and a half kind of thing that is a delay. So we have to kind of look at it like that. So I'm looking at you as you coming on. Yeah. So it's good to see y'all. Really good to see y'all.
Hello.
This is P.Rod. This is Lady Reed for you who are just tuning in. We're waiting on a couple of people to share. We decided to do this a little bit spontaneous. We had mentioned it, but we didn't really think so. So right before the game, come on, fellas. I'm going to come in here and do this.
We're going to be quick.
Lady Marie is, in that cooking process. She got some sweet potatoes sitting up on the thing. What you gonna do? Souffle
Grilling
with that?
Some steaks today. Mashed sweet potatoes.
Mashed sweet potatoes.
Cinnamon mashed sweet potatoes.
I can't eat sweet potatoes, so it'll probably be
and salad. Keep it healthy.
It'll probably be a little bit of squash and salad for me, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yes.
But I hope you I hope you enjoyed the message today. I hope you enjoy yourself. We just kind of wanted to hang out a little bit, tell you kind of where we are, what we got going on for you who are new to us. Again, this is Pastor Rod, that's Lady Marie.
Yes.
But we're having services like we're doing right now. Out of the abundance of caution, I want to say this. My phone rang steadily off the hook this week. I want to turn this around so I can see. It rang steadily off the hook this week with so many different things that are going on. And so we're trying to make sure that we do things the right way, and we make sure your safety and our safety, and do things in proper. It's kind of going like what they say in sports, day to day, Sunday to Sunday. As things settle back in, because we kind of sort of expected this with the gatherings and all of the things that were going on, that there may be a slight spike and rise in this winter season. But it's good to have y'all. It's good to be here, and I hope you have continued to enjoy everything. We would have brought a couple of the puppies on. I don't know if you've seen them on Facebook or whatever. But we would have brought them on today. I want to see my live chat right there, so I'm going to hit that button. We would have brought them on today, but you know what? Right before we got ready to come on, there was a catastrophe that happened down in where they are associated. I don't know what the dogs had, but they had something today, and they decided that it needed to come out, and it's not a pretty sight down there.
We got a picture. We got a picture.
Got a picture?
Yes, sir.
So what's on your mind? Anybody watching sports today? Anybody hanging out today? Anybody enjoyed the word today? Let's keep that a book.
Yes.
Did you enjoy the word?
Ooh, it was so real.
I keep looking at them instead of... Yeah, no, I got the comment. You can throw them up. Throw the comments up. I got it.
The word was
we
off
live like
the
we are right now.
chain.
So
Off the chain.
Zach's in the room, Rihanna's in the room, and so we try to keep it real. But I believe in this moment that we're living in, it is important that we kind of sort of be flexible with everything that we do. If you notice I'm blinking now all of a sudden because my contact is moving, go ahead and talk to him a little bit.
Listen, I want you to know this is the last time we'll see Pastor Rod at age 52. His
Really?
birthday is coming up on Tuesday. So please send your shout out, send your text, and you know what he likes. Cha-ching, cha-ching. So please do that. Tuesday, January the 11th, he will be 53 years old.
It's all
So the
good.
next time you see him, he'll be a year older. So
Wow.
you can do it early and give him a shout out. Happy birthday. So we just thank God for our pastor and him living to see another year.
Well, I mean, that's all good, and I appreciate anything that you do. Typically, this time of year, I know kind of sort of where we are with everything that we got going on. And so, it's cool. But here's the deal. I hope you're taking care of your family, looking out for your family, making sure that everybody's doing good, everybody's doing well, because we're in that flu season. So we want you to be careful, to dress yourself, to take care of yourself. All right, so now that we got all that out of the way, and now that we're where we are, let's talk about a few sports. Let's talk about a little food. So, Lady Marie, you cooking what today?
I'm cooking him a big, juicy steak
Really?
today. That's one of his favorite meals. And of course, I got to cook his favorite meal. It's Sunday. It's after he worked. So we're going to cater to him a little bit, a couple of days for his birthday. How many of you want to, like celebrating your birthday a little early and even a little later? Just take the whole month. So we're going to try to make Pastor Rod feel very special.
I'm not even tripping about getting a little older. You know what? I'm really happy to be here. It's really good to
I'm
be
glad
able
he's here
to
too.
see life and all of that. But I do want to be serious about a couple of things. There are of course that the pandemic is yet raging.
It is.
The economy is doing different things. There's a lot going on. People are encountering situations with their families, and we have had the transitions that have happened in with people in the church, and
Yes.
it's always a tough moment. And we want to continue to be prayerful for them and to take care of them and to let them know that God is faithful and that we really, really do care. In this moment that we're living in, it's kind of hard to do certain things.
Yes.
But it is what it is. But this is what I do know, that God has kept us and he's keeping us.
He is.
And as long as we are alive, we have something to be grateful for.
Amen.
We also want to make sure that it's fun around this house. Right before you came in, right before we came on, Lady Marie was saying something. Now, I'm not being disrespectful when I make the statement I said, and she was saying something. She said, and I said, "Come on, hush." And she said, "Well, I mean, why you always got to say hush when it's got something to do with you or you did something wrong?"
That's
See,
right.
why you be tripping like that?
Pastor Rod does not
Pastor
like
Rod,
to
there
be,
you go. I already
well,
told her,
Rod
don't
does
call me
not
that, man. Come
like
on.
to be criticized. He is so used to being right and not
Lord
being
have mercy.
corrected.
That is not true.
When you find that moment you can correct them, it's hard for him to take it. So pray for your pastor in that area.
Is that right?
Yes.
And so is it easy for you to take it?
No, it's not easy, but I take it better than
This is
him.
what we talk about.
I
We
take it
talk
better
about
than
the
him.
hypocritical world that we live in right now. The hypocritical world that we live in right now will sit here and say, you know what, I'm this sweet, because y'all know this is a sweet Sister Marie. She's so nice. She do
Whatever.
everything so well.
I
Let me do
am.
this.
I'm
Let
a
me
nice
do this. Is
person.
my moment. She do everything so well. She don't never just go off for anything. But let me tell you something. When she steps up into this address,
He knows how to push my buttons.
I push the buttons.
Yes.
I push the good ones and the bad ones. But I know how
And
to
he
push
lays on the ones.
and I lay on the good ones and the bad ones.
Whatever.
But at the end of the day, this will be something I'm sitting here next to. Yeah, she comes at me strong. We come back at each other strong. It's all in love. It's all
It's
in care.
balance.
But
It's just balance.
every
That's all.
relationship, there are situations. Now, we all know there are situations, so
Yes.
don't start tripping. I mean, the Bible didn't tell us to be angry and sin not for a purpose. It
That's
didn't
right.
tell us to not let the sun go down on our wrath as if we would never have a reason to feel like we wanted to, because there are real moments that happen.
It
And so
is.
we go at each other sometimes. We go at it, but the love is real.
It's real. And one thing I do, even though we may scrap it out or have moments.
Not scrap.
I-
No, wait.
Well-
Let's go online and be clear.
Yes.
Scrap. We'd never put our hands
No,
on each other.
never put our hands on each
'cause you
other.
have
What
to
I
use this in
mean,
this day and
okay,
age.
yeah,
Okay,
I am online.
Yeah, you
but
go.
what I mean by argue, go back and forth, have disagreements. That's what I mean. And even though we do that, I really try. Pastor Rod makes it very hard sometimes do not lay down with issues.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I'm going to see him the next day. And that will be the last thing I want to wake up and realize we had issues and we never got it right. And I was never able to get it right before, if anything happens through the night.
That was all.
Yes.
That was all deep.
It was. I really think about
I'm telling
that.
you, that means sometimes we up to 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning trying to
Whatever
fix
it takes.
I mean, it may have started at 6 or 7, and I ain't feel like talking. So yeah, I'll go get on the game and stuff, and I don't feel like talking, or she ain't feel like talking.
Yeah, he'll close up.
She'll
I
walk
like to
outside.
talk it out.
You'll go outside sometime and just deal with the dogs or talk to the Lord next to the pool.
Whoever listened to me, and thank God for the dogs. They at least have that part in my life. They have heard many arguments and many beefs about Rod.
Well, and you know what? And that's one of the things that after church is about, keeping it a buck. Because sometimes people don't want to be real about it. They want to make it seem like everything is always perfect, that relationships don't have struggles, and even marriages that have worked. We're over 30 years marriage, right?
30
We're over
this
30
year,
years of marriage, and they work. But whatever,
Yes.
in the midst of it, there's been a lot of changes between each one of us.
Yes.
There are changes that occur in a man, there are changes that occur in a woman, our
does.
attitudes, our likes, our dislikes, and all that
Right.
kind of stuff. So in the midst of it, we grow together. We've had a lot of conversations recently about just growing, about things, because as you get older, you start looking at situations and saying,
Yes.
man, this got to change.
Right.
We can't be here. It can't always be like this. And so we have to, I guess it's growth.
You
know,
do, and your value system changed. The things you got married and things that were of value to you when you first got married. I mean, 30 years is a long time ago.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we had other aspirations. I know my main goal in marriage was to be able to, if we're going to be real, have sex under the umbrella and not have to feel guilty afterwards.
Umbrellas and
That was like the
umbrellas and
main
umbrellas.
goal, and
That's
then we'll
right.
figure out life after that.
That's right.
But now that we're 30 years into it, and even midway, 5 years, 10 years into it, your value system changed. You change different things you're aspiring to do together. It changes, and that's normal. And now we're maturing, and we're getting into our elder years.
We're maturing. We're mature by now.
We're maturing.
Elder?
Yeah, I mean elder this year. I mean midlife,
Sister
whatever.
Sister Claudine, I see you on there. Go ahead and tell her. 50 is just the new normal
That's
right now.
right. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Okay, I'm just trying to fit it. But sometimes we have young people who check us out, and people who are single or whatever, and they think that, this is great. I really wish I had this situation. I kind of talked about it in the message this morning. I really had this situation, but you don't know the you don't know the road that this thing took. You don't know the bumps and the grinds that have come with it. It takes time, and at some point you have to learn how to laugh. And learn how to let certain things go, because you know what? What I've learned, and God knows I'm praying about this right now.
Yes.
I've learned that some things about certain people, they're just simply not going to change. You have to make the adjustment.
Wow.
I ain't preaching right now. I ain't got no
Get that
scripture right now.
memo.
I ain't going to have you to
Yes.
put this in your notes, but sometimes I got to make the adjustment. Go ahead and say it about yourself. I got to make the adjustment.
I have to make the adjustment.
Because this is built. We didn't get brand new people. We got people who came in, and they came in from whatever lifestyle they came through, whatever they came through.
Yes.
And so relationships matter like that. Even with our children, we handle it like that. We try to make sure that we grow as they grow. I can honestly say right now, I see a level of maturity in Z-Swin. Z-Swin is what they call them. That, of course, 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't see. Why? Because I was about to have to bust him in the mouth. I'm sorry. I didn't hit my kids. I chastised him. But in the midst of it all, it was a part of the process. So as we develop and as we grow, it comes with the process.
It does.
And furthermore, Lady Marie, you have to learn some things about yourself, right?
Really, I have a lot about myself since I've been married.
I know this. I'm a strong-willed person. I have a very resolute mind about what I do, and sometimes I'm extremely not flexible. And that's some of the things I had to learn. Can I tell you that I've corrected them all? No, but I literally am trying to work on doing certain things, because God gave me something the other day. I was walking around my little track outside, and he said, you got to look at things from other people's point of view. Point of view. As a matter of fact, a meeting that I'm going to call with my family is just point of view. How do you see certain things?
Oh, that's good.
Because how do I look in your eyes? How do what I say, what I do, looking at certain things? This studio, our broadcast, what we do for the church. What are you seeing from your angle? Because I don't always see it. I see it from the top down, in a sense. And sometimes because you're on a level ground, you can see things differently. And I got to be willing to, and we all have to be willing to see things from other people's point of view, because if
Right.
a team doesn't make it happen, that's in marriage, that's in a family. If it's not a team and they're not on the same page, it's not going to end right.
not gonna
So
end
those
right.
are things we try to fix. But at the same time, like most brothers, can I say this, brothers? Because I'm just kind of talking, you know. But when you're hungry, you know, when you're hungry, I'm gonna say it again. And when you're hungry, some things it's just hard to hear. You know what I mean? It's just hard to hear.
Gotta make sure the basic needs taken care of.
Food can make us all change. I ain't gonna get but one amen right there. Now that is Rod 1-1 NLT. Food can make a brother change, because hunger it'll make a sister change. Because I done seen you get that attitude too when you were just real hungry.
Got to
Rod,
get
when you
that
make up
taken
your
care.
mind what we gonna do in the
That's
whole
right.
night. See, y'all don't see Lady Marie like that. She's so sweet. Hallelujah.
Oh, we got past that. We all right.
But it's just what we do. So it's a Sunday afternoon, but on a more jovial yet serious note, take care of your people. Don't take anything for granted.
That's true.
Speak to people. If you have issues, try to work them out.
Yes.
Forgive quickly.
Yes.
Because you don't, like she said a few minutes ago, you don't want to wake up in the morning and you didn't have the opportunity to. Those are things that you have to understand about God. That's why he put in his word, don't let the sun go down on that wrath, and be angry, but don't you sin. Okay? So those are things that we want to bring into your forefront.
Yes.
But Lady Marie, before we go, what is it like handling all of these Rottweilers? Now, mind you, if you saw my picture on the book yesterday, you saw 8 new Rottweilers have been brought into the mix.
Added to the family.
One of Queen decided she was going to have them, and she's taking very good care of them. They're only a couple of weeks old, and we won't keep them. There's family members and things that they'll be distributed to, but we want to make sure that you understand what it's like to handle. At this point, we ain't gonna give the total number, but all of them Rottweilers.
A full-time job. It's a job within itself. So that's about 2 to 2.5 hours of my day. Yay! Of making sure these little dependent black 4-legged people are taken care of. That's eating, washing, taking care of, making sure they go and do whatever they have to do.
We let
all
people
that
come and
stuff.
wash them.
So,
We
you
pay
know.
for them to get cleaned up. They have to go to the vet though.
But
They are
that's
very
once a
expensive.
month. It's not like you got to wait. I mean, they do more than just once a month.
Yeah.
So it's the full 9. But I'm learning. It's just, especially since they listen to my beats about Pastor Rod, and they'll just sit there and just look at me and they don't talk back. So it makes it easy to get it all out.
So let's give them a dog story. Can I give them a couple of dog stories?
Yep, please.
Okay, so when one of our dogs were early, Champ, matter of fact, I think it was, early in our, when we had them, Lady Marie would take them out, they walk by the pool, going out or whatever. And one night, this is something that really, we had very interesting conversations about. One night, one of the dogs slipped into the pool. Now,
This
Lady
is
Marie,
about 1:30 in the morning,
Lady Marie
8 a.m.
is not a swimmer. I'm just waiting on your amen.
I'm not.
She can't swim. We're inside. We don't have any cameras now. I got cameras now because I had to make sure this didn't happen
Everybody
anymore.
was asleep.
We were down. She decided she'd take them out late one last time so they wouldn't mess up that morning. And the dog fell in the pool. And it was on the deep end of the pool. And mind
almost
you,
8
she
feet.
can't swim. And so what did she do? She didn't come beat on the window.
I
She
went in
didn't holler.
crisis
She didn't
mode.
do anything. She went to get the dog out of the water. She had
I
to
didn't
reach
get
down.
in.
She didn't get in. She had to reach down into the deepest part of the pool and get it.
He was a little puppy.
And my only thought was,
What
if
if
you didn't
something
get it,
happened?
if you fell in, both of y'all are done. And so did we have a very spirited conversation about that?
Yes.
We had a very spirited conversation about that. In retrospect, we laughed, but she got the dog out and it all worked. Now,
It was almost like, because, you know, I had started, you get a relationship with them, especially working with them as long as I have. So when I saw that happen and was nobody there to help, it's just like a mother reaching out for a child. And it's a dog, I know, but still, if you are a pet lover, and I wouldn't consider myself as a lover, but because I spend so much time with them, you gain a relationship. So I didn't want the thing to die.
Yeah, but I didn't want
So
you
I
to
just
die.
reached out and grabbed,
Yeah,
I did have to think about myself, but I just went in crisis mode and tried to make sure I saved the dog's life.
Now, mind
so
you,
he's forever grateful.
Well, mind you, that same dog who is Champ, that same dog, probably a couple of years ago. I don't know if it's been that long, maybe last year. Lady Marie was outside.
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half ago, she was outside. It was wet. And she slipped and she fell right outside of our back door on the little patio area.
Just me and the dogs
Just her and the dog. They were all out there. She fell and she couldn't really immediately get up. That same dog, who was at that point
So beautiful.
a puppy, who's now about 120 pounds.
117.
117 pounds. He's a big boy. He went over to her with all the other dogs just sitting there looking and trying to figure. He leaned his body down to her
So I could pull up on
so
his
that
back.
she could press onto his back, and he got her up.
Ladies say, oh.
So I'm now. So I know it's kind of sort of hard to handle, but that God preserved Champ for the moment where she was out by herself. See, I'm telling you, I can make it all. I can preach anything. She was out by herself, and at a time where we couldn't get to her, but he reached down, something that she groomed, something that she took care of, something that she fed, something that she put in place. God purposed that animal to be in place that when she fell and she went low and she had a failure and she didn't know which way to turn, he brought somebody in to give her strength. It was not her strength who picked her up. How good is God? God can give something else of enough strength to pick you up when you can't get up by yourself. Just one word might pick you up. Just one smile might pick you up. Just somebody saying be encouraged might pick you up. God has a way of preserving his saints, and he used a Rottweiler to bring my woman back to me. Awesome. Can somebody say glory?
Glory.
I ain't gonna preach that no more.
Yes.
Okay.
Champ, that's part of a message.
So yeah, but all my dogs are part of a message. My mama wanted to do a whole series on the Rottweilers when she heard about how the puppy, how the new mom, this is her first litter, how she just kind of sort of
kicking the mom
that instinct that God has put into them, that she just kicked into mom mode. We weren't sure how she was gonna handle it because because typically, but let me tell you something. They take them. They have them. They clean them all. I'm talking about the dog. They clean them all up. They clean up everything. They don't get for these 6 to 8 weeks. They do all of the work for them puppies, like a mom would,
a real mom.
And they've never been a mom before. So she picks them up, she keeps them out of harm, she cleans their bodies every day. She cleans up their waist. She literally got rid of the umbilical cord, the birthing stuff. She did all of that with no help for us. You walk down to the cage where she is, and it's clean, and the babies is clean.
God is so awesome.
God's
the way he
power
does that.
to be able to put that into animals. How much more do we have? Because he takes so good care of us.
Yes.
And so, I know we just spent a little time on the Rottweiler, and we spent a little time on relationship, and we getting ready to have this steak, and the game's getting ready to come on, so I know everybody is ready to go watch some games. With those of you who are not, go get your nails done. Now stay in the house. It's too bad out there.
The nail place not open today.
Oh, well, the nail place is always open in the ghetto. I ain't gonna get no amen. Okay, so you know the side hustles. We all got side hustles.
That's right.
It's been last 30 seconds. Side hustle.
Side hustle.
Hair doing, feet, nails,
makeup,
lashes. On the brothers, they doing side hustles we ain't got no business doing. But hustle is all a part of it. Cutting it up, smoothing it down. We just wanted to come and holler at you and let you know we real people, we real life. It's after church. We decided to do it live. My daughter's sitting in front of me, and Lord, she's getting way too pretty to be standing in front of the camera. Good God, I looked at her on the after church from New Year's Eve, and I said, "Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Keep me in the middle of your will." And I told Zach, keep pumping them weights because you're going to have to take care of this girl when I'm not looking at her. But with all of that being said, it's been great.
Yes.
It's been a great holiday. We're going to continue to pray for everybody.
Yes,
have
definitely.
a good time. Eat a few steaks. Have some mashed sweet potato.
And salad.
I'll have a little grilled zucchini and bell peppers. A typical meal for me would be that steak. Nothing on it. She's marinated it overnight. I'll have that zucchini and green and red peppers.
You're gonna make everybody hungry.
They'll be sauteed real nice, and I'll sit and eat those with them. And maybe a little salad with a little bacon. I'm gonna have a little bacon, real bacon, turkey bacon. Y'all can have that. Real bacon and some cheese and a little sauce on it, and take care of it. And because I'm trying to take care of myself. Because besides trying to pastor y'all, and besides trying to be these parents, My wife want me to come in and
All the
still
way,
be,
full
still
strength.
be
That's right.
Romeo
Amen.
and Samson,
Amen.
and then the Incredible Hulk. And I
Amen.
got to do it all for as long
And
as
Mandingo,
possible.
yep.
So we hope, Lord, she went Mandingo. It's
Mandingo.
time to get off the
Yes.
screen. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon.
Amen.
You got a last word for them?
I love you. And I appreciate you. And just remember, relationships, this is a part of it. Emotions are a part of it, but we can't make our final decision about what happens in a relationship based on our emotions. So,
Boom. I ain't got no I love you. I got the I'll holler at you. Y'all have a great rest of the day.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to be 53 when you see me. Holler at me.
happy birthday.
That's it, Zach.
Church every Sunday, online or in the sanctuary, receiving a word from the Lord to uplift my spirits. But what I really need to know is how to make it through the week. I need to know how to handle it. Someone please help me. Church, what's really going on? Church, Monday to Sunday morning. Church, benediction is said. Please keep it real with me. Church, don't worry, don't fret. I think we found an outlet. I'm gonna keep it real with you. P.Rod and Lady Reed. After church with P.Rod and Lady Reed.